Artificial intelligence is no longer a futuristic concept in the pharmaceutical industry. It is already transforming how companies develop, evaluate, and regulate medicines. One area where this impact is becoming increasingly visible is regulatory affairs, often known as RA. But before we dive into its role in regulatory work, let's first understand what AI actually means in the context of pharma. AI refers to computer systems that can perform tasks typically requiring human intelligence. This includes learning from data, recognizing patterns, making predictions, and even generating content. In pharmaceuticals, AI is often powered by techniques like machine learning and natural language processing. Organizations like the US Food and Drug Administration and the European Medicines Agency are actively exploring how AI can be used safely and effectively within regulated environments. In pharma, AI is already being used across multiple functions, from drug discovery and clinical trials to manufacturing and pharmacovigilance. However, its role in regulatory affairs is particularly interesting because RA deals heavily with documentation, compliance, and communication with health authorities. So, where exactly is AI used in regulatory affairs? One of the most important applications is document authoring and review. Regulatory submissions, such as dossiers and reports, involve thousands of pages of structured content. AI tools can assist in drafting sections, checking for consistency, and even identifying missing information. This significantly reduces manual effort and speeds up the writing process. Another key area is data extraction and analysis. Regulatory professionals often need to review large volumes of clinical, non-clinical, and manufacturing data. AI can quickly scan these data sets, identify relevant information, and summarize key insights. This is especially useful during submission preparation and responses to regulatory queries. AI is also being used in regulatory intelligence. Keeping track of changing regulations across different countries is a complex task. AI-powered systems can monitor global regulatory updates, analyze trends, and provide actionable insights. This helps companies stay compliant and make better strategic decisions. In addition, AI supports submission management. For example, in electronic submission formats like eCTD, AI can help validate documents, ensure proper structure, and even predict potential rejection risks based on historical data. Another emerging application is chatbots and virtual assistants for regulatory support. These tools can answer internal queries, guide teams through regulatory requirements, and improve overall efficiency. Now let's talk about the benefits of using AI in regulatory affairs. The first and most obvious benefit is efficiency. AI can handle repetitive and time-consuming tasks much faster than humans, allowing regulatory professionals to focus on more strategic activities. Second is accuracy. By reducing manual errors in data handling and documentation, AI improves the overall quality of submissions. Third is speed. Faster data processing and document preparation can significantly shorten submission timelines, which is critical in a competitive industry. AI also enables better decision making. By analyzing large datasets and identifying patterns, it provides insights that may not be immediately visible to human reviewers. However, despite these advantages, AI in regulatory affairs also comes with important limitations. One major challenge is data quality. AI systems are only as good as the data they are trained on. Inconsistent or incomplete data can lead to incorrect outputs. Another limitation is lack of transparency, often referred to as the black box problem. Some AI models make decisions in ways that are not easily explainable, which can be a concern in a highly regulated environment where justification is critical. There are also regulatory and compliance challenges. Health authorities require clear documentation and validation of systems. Integrating AI into regulated workflows requires careful planning and validation to ensure compliance. Additionally, there is still a need for human oversight. AI can assist, but it cannot replace expert judgment, especially when it comes to interpreting complex regulations or making critical decisions. Finally, data security and confidentiality are important concerns, particularly when handling sensitive regulatory information. AI is rapidly transforming regulatory affairs by improving efficiency, accuracy, and decision making. It is being used in document authoring, data analysis, regulatory intelligence, and submission management. At the same time, challenges such as data quality, transparency, and regulatory compliance must be carefully managed. AI is not here to replace regulatory professionals, it is here to empower them.
Subscribe to MedPharma Global and follow us on LinkedIn. Join our network for the latest in pharmaceutical innovation. Subscribe and follow us today.